Right, guys, can we please have a round of applause for Chris Ingold?
Right, this is a geek's presentation, right? Because I'm a major kitchen geek. And what would you do if you're a major kitchen geek and Heston says that there's a new toy that's going to revolutionize home cooking? You know, kind of, there's going to be in every kitchen around the world. Well, you're going to want to play with it. So I've spent the last 2 years playing with this toy. But if I went to the department store, the kitchen store, I'm not going to find it. I'm going to find this shit. If you own any of these 3 things in the kitchen, they are completely useless. Yes, the slow cooker indeed. There's nothing a slow cooker can do that something else can't do better, and spiralizers. For fuck's sake, if you own a spiralizer, just bury it. Bring joy back into your life. I'm talking about sous vide, right? This is the telling, basically, which is, it's like boiling a bag, but you get a plastic bag, you stuff food in it, you seal the bag, you stick it in a water bath, and most importantly, you stick something in there which controls the temperature of the water so that it never, ever changes temperature. You can leave it for hours. And this has revolutionized the cooking world in restaurants all the way across the country. The reason that you've got small restaurants setting up 10-course tasting menus is because of sous vide, because it means that you can do it. You can do things that you could never do beforehand. So why would you do it? Basically, if you cook something at an exactly precise temperature for ages, you get a steak like the one on the right. You can get a perfect medium rare steak, then just crust off the outside, and it's perfect every time. No sort of like worrying about it, no messing around with it. So the obvious thing that you're going to put in a water bath is meat. You know, kind of if you've got slow cooked meats, you've got cod loin. I always cook cod loin, sous vide, pork tenderloins, beef tenderloins, big fat steaks, some of the slow cook meats you can cook for ages. And that's the obvious thing you can do. You can also cook vegetables, and sous vide maniacs will tell you can cook anything sous vide. They're right and they're wrong. If you're a vegetarian, forget it. Don't bother. It's a complete waste of time, a complete waste of plastic. You're destroying the environment with bags and things. It's just completely pointless. So basically, this is how it works. I take my kind of sous vide stick thing like that I have that came in a box that looked like a Duracell battery. Put temperature in, 66 degrees. And there's the chicken breast inside there. There's the chicken breast on a plate, carved up, still all juicy, not dry, not manky and everything. But, and here's the but, right? If you cook a chicken breast at 66 degrees, it's going to give you food poisoning, isn't it? Well, no, and maybe. And this is where Heston might be wrong. Because actually, sous vide is the safest way of cooking food known to man. Because cooking something to kill all the bugs is about temperature and how long you leave it there. So you can pasteurize a medium rare steak so that it has no bugs. You can pasteurize a medium rare chicken breast so that it has no bugs. But you need to learn maths to do it, and you need to read lots of stats, because if you do this side for 4 hours, it's pasteurized and everything's dead. If you do this side for 4 hours, it's perfect bacterial breeding ground and it's breeding evil germs, and medium rare is in the middle. And if you look on the internet, this is a Food Standards Agency study of recipes on the internet. The safe bit is the bit down the middle, and the dots are where all the recipes tell you to do. Look at all of these. That's poultry cooked for 10 minutes in a sous vide machine. That would probably kill you if you bought anything from a supermarket. And even the Popper chefs are right. This is Michael O'Hare. Michael O'Hare's fish dish. I don't know if anyone saw the Great British Menu years ago, or was eaten at the Man Behind the Curtain. Michael O'Hare's famous sort of cod dish that he's created right in Leeds. It's lovely. It's actually quite easy to do at home. But if you follow his instructions and you buy cod with cod worms in it, then you're going to have worms rolling around in your tummy, because the instructions they put online for it aren't even right for his restaurant. He's done the tasting menu size instructions and then upped the scale. But he basically puts it in for 15 minutes. It's effectively raw. There's only one guy. If you want to try this at home, there's one guy you can trust. This guy called Douglas Baldwin, who's basically, and he is the guru of sous vide. He's got a website on there. There are about 50 tables like this on his website. This would have Laurie in absolute ecstasy. It's beautiful. There's stats and science all over. But there's even more ways you can kill yourself with sous vide. Or at least make yourself hormonally impotent or have erectile dysfunction because of plastic. You think, it's fine, you put something in a plastic bag and cook it. But some plastics leach horrible stuff into your food. So you think, well, the supermarket will tell me which they are. Not in this country, they won't. You try ringing Waitrose customer service and say, what's in your plastic freezer bags? And they can't tell you. Nobody in the store can tell you. I had to bring plastic bags home from America where they have BPA-free written on them in big letters, stuffed in my suitcase the last time I went to the States. And if you do cook everything in sous vide, and everybody suddenly had a sous vide machine, and everyone was doing it, as well as all giving each other food poisoning, we'd probably be creating a plastic apocalypse, because every single bit of food would be cooked in a non-recyclable plastic bag. So sous vide is great, don't get me wrong. But given that our supermarkets don't actually tell us where our food comes from, we don't know whether something is safe to eat raw, we don't actually all like reading loads and loads and loads of numerical tables and lots of maths and doing all the sums. Chances are, if we did it, universally, we'd all end up filling up the hospitals with lots of Campylobacter patients and lots of food poisoning patients and create plastic apocalypse all across the world. But that said, I'm being hypocritical because I love it to bits and it's fabulous. And I'm never cooking a steak another way again. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you can see others on the Bettakultcha YouTube channel. Subscribe now and you'll be notified when new ones are uploaded.